up, guys? How y'all doing today? Well, baby, if your name is Chloe Bailey, you better hold tight on to Burna Boy, even though he's allegedly out here scamming Nigerian models and bragging about the fact that he promised them Lamborghinis but tricked them into sleeping with them anyway. Sir, do you hear yourself? Chloe, do you hear your man? But more importantly, do you know that lawsuit that we talked about a few weeks ago with Chloe Bailey? Do you know that Parkwood, Beyonce's record label, has doubled down? They are not budging. There has been no agreement reached. Chloe refuses to actually pay Forrest. But guess what? There are now other people that worked on her debut album, the one that she has to credit for all her success, worked on her album that also did not get paid. But the real gag is why she should be holding on to Burna Boy is, guess what? All the royalties are frozen until this lawsuit is over. So that means if Chloe was living off of this, she can't live off of it anymore. Y'all, let's get into this because I actually am really surprised at what the decision Parkwood, Beyonce's management company, and Chloe have taken. Now, Tiffany Red, she is for the 100%ers. She has been representing helping Forrest get representation and making sure all the songwriters on that album actually get paid. Imagine the nerve that you have all these people work on your debut album and don't pay. Now, some people might be like, oh my God, so what? You just wrote a song. But Tiffany Red brought up a good point, meaning the fact that when you go to a concert, is it not the height of annoyance when your artist does not perform the song you came to see and perform it in the way that you're used to hearing it? That is the enjoyment. That is from the songwriter, okay? If you've ever been to a Lauryn Hill concert, and I have, after she was with Fugees, Lauryn Hill did a scoop-up-ba-dop, skibbity-bop to all her hits because apparently she could not legally perform those songs. But it looks like Chloe Bailey might be going scoobity-bop-bop-bop also because, baby, the royalties are frozen. But again, it's so surprising to me that they chose to handle this like this. I think Forrest wanted, what, 20,000, 30,000? He wrote 3 of the top songs on that album. Why not just pay him the money? Why not? Instead, Parkwood illegally, according to the lawsuit, once Forrest was like, yo, I made the song, I didn't get paid, Chloe's taking credit and she's not paying me the money, Parkwood then skipped over and illegally copyrighted this man's work as Chloe's on. A lot of people are like, leave Chloe alone. She doesn't know. But Tiffany Red had some good points. Chloe is responsible for paying the songwriter. If you don't pay it, who will? And at this point, now you can maybe argue before, Chloe ain't know what was going on, Parkwood ain't know what's going on. But at the end of the day, all this work, all this, and you still are refusing to pay. You still are having Jeremy handle it. You're having Jeremy handling it because as much as people want to call Chloe innocent, Jeremy is handling it to Chloe's liking. On top of that, remember when we did a live with Tiffany Red when she explained that, and I was like, yo, why don't you just pay? Like, what is the big deal? You pay 20 or 30,000. What's the big deal? Tiffany Red said, well, maybe they don't want to pay because this is industry standard. And if they pay Forrest, they're going to have to pay everyone else. But I remember my head being like, who's everybody else? Well, everybody else, according to Tiffany Red, is everybody that is actually on the album. All right, listen to this and then meet me after the jump.
All right, here's some quick updates on the Chloe Bailey lawsuit. For copyright infringement, unjust enrichment, fraudulent misrepresentation, civil conspiracy, and a violation of the Digital Millennium Copyright Act. Okay, so here's the latest. Yesterday, I found out that the royalties are frozen for this project until this lawsuit is done. If you are a songwriter or you're a producer who worked on Trouble in Paradise by Chloe Bailey, and you have not been compensated, your splits aren't complete, your business has not been handled, you have been done similarly to Forrest, hit me. I spoke to a few people who have worked on this project, and turns out Forrest is not the only one who has been treated like this. I spoke to a producer on this project yesterday, and his whole is a mess. So it turns out this is not just limited to Forrest and these songs. This is just sounds like the process for some creatives and producers, some songwriters and producers on this album. So yeah, if you wrote or you produced on this album and is messed up, hit me.
Oh, it's a lot. Meanwhile, if you're wondering what Chloe's doing, she is busy chasing Burna Boy down. Literally, this man, okay, they're dating. He really likes her. He's been gifting her stuff. I will say that when a man has that much money, gifting diamonds and watches, yeah, it means something, but it could mean nothing. I mean, look at Drake, right? Did he ever gift anybody those diamond rings or Hermes bags, or was that for his private collection? In any case, Burna Boy is now going out of his way to laugh at a Nigerian model. He was seen with a Nigerian model. The Nigerian model's friend leaked a message where the Nigerian model is venting to her friend, I know it's cold-blooded, about the way Burna Boy promised her a Lamborghini if she slept with him. And the girl did sleep with him. I said, what is going on in Africa? Listen, Nigerian title tells, let me know. Because as far as I know, if you were to even make that deal, why wouldn't you get the Lamborghini first? Or at the very least be like, all right, how about this? Give me the keys and the deed and we can do it in the back seat. I don't know. I'm just saying, right? But she literally said that Burna Boy promised her a Lamborghini if she slept with him. She did indeed sleep with him, and that Lamborghini never came. And he's sitting up here laughing in the face. Now, a lot of people are like, see, he's still with Chloe. But I would just like to roll back and be like, I beg your pardon? What are you talking about? He's still with Chloe. Chloe. And maybe she, at this point, she ain't getting her royalties. I guess she needs the money. Or maybe Burna Boy can pay the people on the sly. This man not only admitted to cheating with you, but he admitted to say that he was going to be tricking and buying Lamborghinis. And then he's laughing online that she was stupid and it was buyer beware because she should have never, basically I'm paraphrasing, she should have never slept with him. And since she slept with him before the Lamborghini, ha, 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 that's on her. Is this where Chloe's really fallen? I mean, listen, I know they say that rich and famous people, it's hard for them to keep them faithful. It's hard to keep them in line. But at the end of the day, do you really have to go for the person that literally is bragging about scamming models into sleeping them off of false promises of Lamborghinis? Again, who am I to judge? No one indeed. But Chloe, pay your writers. Pay everybody that worked on that album. Because of Forrest and all those people that allegedly none of them got paid, that put you in a position where you can play la 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 all over Nigeria with Burna Boy. At least pay them because they helped you get to a bigger bag, even though I will say I think that bag is going to be nothing but heartache. But I hope I'm wrong. Listen, at the end of the day, people got a lot of respect for Chloe. People got a lot of respect for Parkwood. It's so disappointing that you see a company operating like this. And if this happened on Chloe and Forrest is the only one that was brave enough to speak up, how many other artists and songwriters and producers and everyone did they do this to? Seriously, why are some people sitting on $1 billion and other people can't even get a check for 10, 20, 30K? Why is, well, we already know why Chloe acting like she need that Burna Boy bag, but hey, I guess. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. Chloe, go pay your bills. We're going to stay on top of this and see if there's hopefully this settles out because this is just so disappointing and it's such a bad look for Chloe. Such a bad look. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.